Welcome everybody to the Brother Speak podcast. This is your host, Brother Speak. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. So you saw the titles, the topics for today. Well, tonight actually. I was planning to do this earlier, but god damn it, I had a lot of shit going on today. I had to move some stuff from my storage. Then I had to go help out my brother because he's planning to move. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna need some help moving on Friday. And I'm like, okay, well, you don't have to pay the rent for me this month because, I'm moving. I'm like, sweet, $1,300 back in my pocket. I'm happy. So, seeing him, hearing him about his issues with the job and everything. So, I mean, hey, $1,300 is back in my pocket. The things I'm gonna do with that 1,300. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's why I'm so late. I went to buy Switch game, the Metroid Dread. Seemed like a pretty good game so far. So I was playing that too. So then trying to get all this together. So I'm late as usual, but it's okay. We're here. So you see the titles. So, what inspired this podcast? The first part topic is when tricking goes wrong. These I can't speak today. God damn. Anyway, so what inspired this? Actually, I saw this on Red Sings the Blues channel, YouTube channel, and shouts out to him for bringing this out. So basically, what happened was this guy had hired a Instagram model to come to him for you know what, and paid the $400, flew her out. So so when she gets there, he's not real happy. He's not happy because her 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 booty was not the size that he wanted. Yeah, it was a little bit too. It was smaller than what it was. Now, to be fair to her, I mean, she looked nice. She was upset. You know, she came down here, flew him down, and he mad. He like, no, I'm not. But you don't look like the picture. So yeah, she didn't look like the picture. Her ass was a little smaller than what it was. I mean, she's still a nice chick, nice looking chick. So he told her to leave, and she left after after exchange. He told her to leave. She left. So listen, I am not against tricking. I'm not like some of these YouTubers, these players and pimps who's anti-tricking. I'm for tricking. I'm for it. Whatever you gotta do to get the sex, short of uh lying to chicks. Hey, it's what it is. You know, men been paying for vagina forever. This is nothing new. This will always happen. The problem is with a lot of dudes is not they don't know what they doing when they do it. Now this dude up here, you paid $400. You flew out and you couldn't get a updated picture. You couldn't get like her to video chat you on Instagram, like video chat. That there's Facebook, FaceTime. There's video chats on Instagram. There's so many ways. WhatsApp, you can do video chat, even on T-Mobile. If you got T-Mobile, I'm pretty sure. AT&T, Verizon have the same thing where you can look at the person and y'all can look at each other on the video right then and there. So it's not like you can't check and see that this is the person that it is and verify if she got the right body. Now, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, maybe it was her face. No, it was just her ass. And look, and he sent her away. I'm like, dude, if I spend $400 and she's here, okay, the ass is not what you wanted, bro. I'm still gonna smash. It's not like she ugly. He even said in the video, she's not ugly. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to smash anyway. I would smash. Shit, we'll make that work. I'm gonna waste. I'm gonna waste $400. You gonna let $400 walk out the door? Nah, bro, we can't. No, 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 no. That's a no, no. And she he thinking he did something by putting this online, dude. The guy took the L. He took all the L's. Cause here's the thing that he don't understand. You do know that these women advertise wherever they go. If they escorting, let's say their home base is Houston. If they go to Dallas, you know they're going to advertise in Dallas. They're going to advertise wherever they're going. I know. I've seen the websites. They advertise wherever they're going, so they can pick up somebody while they're over there. So yeah, you might have kicked her out and all that kind of good stuff, dude. Guess what? She probably got another trick waiting. Matter of fact, she probably could. She probably lined up to fit the schedule, like your certain time. 2 hours after that, she's probably setting up another trick. So while you kicking her out, somebody else is probably going in and banging her out. Now, so so after seeing rejected, he calling the names, and and then he said something like on the video. I don't think he said it or he put it in the words on the video. He's like, she should get a real job. Mm, come on, man. Come on, man. What are we doing here? That's just like you see a chick, she fine, she rejects you. Now you say she a bitch. Oh, she ugly. She all this. Come on, dog. You know, you know that if everything went as planned and he would have smashed, he wouldn't be saying like, "Oh, she should get a real job." That's the goofy thinking of dudes who do stuff like this. This is a job. She's selling her pussy. It's at the 11 o'clock. We ain't trying to do vagina. Pussy. Let's just call it pussy. She's selling a pussy. Come on, dog. She's selling a pussy. That's a job. Her job is to provide that pussy for your sexual pleasure for money. That's a job. When you hired her off of Instagram, you wouldn't say, "Man, I hope she get a job. I'm gonna help her get a real job. I'm gonna help her go to Walmart. I'm gonna help her go work at a nice place." No, you want to feel something nice around your dick. Yeah, it was her mouth or her pussy or her ass. Whatever you like. Hey, it's 2021. Dudes like a lot of shit right now. Hey, look, I'm hearing a lot of stuff. Yes, shouts out to C Boogie. Bro, no offense. That story you should have kept you should have kept that to your grave. You should have died with that story. That ain't something you put out on YouTube. I'm just saying. So anyway, so this dude up here, you hired her for sex. Now you didn't get what you want. Now you're saying she need to get a real job. This is her job. She's selling her body for money. You hired her for a service. This is business. This business. So you gotta treat it as such. You can't be mad all of a sudden. Oh, she need a real job. She need a real job, bro, man. If she would have looked the way you wanted her to look, did the things you wanted her to hire for, you would not be saying this. Get off the gas. And I had this happen before. I was in a club one time. I know Bala exit story time. I got to get him with the story, Bala. I got to get him with the story. So I'm in the club. I'm not gonna stay at the club. And I'm sitting there chilling, and I see this girl come in. I don't know how she got in this club. She do not look 18. Let me say this again. She didn't look 18. I don't know how she got in, but I'm like, how the fuck she get in this club? She don't look 18, but she in there. Hey, so she was with her dude. They both black. She looked like she hadn't eaten in a while. I'm like, okay, she might be on the crack. She might be on that the cocaine. So we talk, and she's like, "Hey, for 25, you can have some fun with me." I'm like, "No." I'm like, Now I didn't say. I'm saying in my head, I'm like, number one, you don't look 18. Two, I ain't got $25. You don't look right. Three, I don't have $25. I don't keep no money in the club. So, and I ain't leaving the club to go get some money to go pay for you. No, that ain't happening. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And staying as far away from her as possible. I'm like, let me move over here. Cause if the cops come down here and they bust these people, I'm like, hey, I don't know this chick. I'm over here. I'm chilling in the club. I don't know what's up here. So we sitting here, we talking. She's still trying. I'm not interested. So here comes this white dude come up in there, and he talking to her. Now he trying to get a free blowjob and her to ride. She's like, no, it's $25. Her and the pimp right there. Hey, it's $25. Nah, it's $25. And he turned to me like, man, she should really get a real job. I'm looking at this motherfucker. I'm like, dude, are you serious right now? I bet you she would have rolled your penis. You wouldn't even be thinking about that. Nah, bro, stop it. So that's what I'm saying. These dudes, they get rejected, and then they want to be bad mouthing the chick. Look, I don't have no problem with women selling their bodies. I don't. I'm like, look, it's 2021. Now this happened, I gotta say about 4 or 5 years ago. Look, my sense is the same. Hey, whatever you have to do to survive, that's what you gotta do. I'm not if you ain't got no kids or nothing, hey, that's what the woman gotta do. Hey, that's what she gonna do. I'm still gonna respect her. I'm not gonna disrespect her. I'm not gonna demean her. She wanna be a she wanna be a hoe. Let her be a hoe. But I'm not gonna disrespect her. I'm not gonna demean her for what she wanna do. I just accept it for what it is. But dudes will do that. After they didn't get what they want from her, they don't call her names. Ah, she's that but a hoe. I'm like, bro, you slept with the hoe or was trying to sleep with the hoe. You like hoes. So what you mad about? Can't be mad at a hoe. Especially you sleeping with them. Unless you're doing a lot of hate fucking, you wanted to sleep with this hoe. Now she didn't do something you didn't like. She did something you didn't like. Now you want to call her a hoe. Ah, she's trash. She's all this, but you willing to put your penis in it. Bro. That don't work. That do not work. You look like an idiot. That's just like a woman saying after she was with this guy, all of a sudden now she's saying, well, his penis short and oh he can't fuck, oh he was broke. And, no, wait, sis. But you were with this guy for 2 years and had a baby by him. What were you doing? He didn't have a small penis then when you rolled him and had a baby. He didn't have a small penis when you were moving into his house. He wasn't ugly then. So what are we doing here? Come on now. We gotta stop with that. Look, if shit don't work out, shit don't work out. But we can't be sitting up here dissing people. Now, as far as this dude over here tricking, listen, I don't have, again, no problem with tricking. I've tricked before. But the thing of it is, you gotta know what you're doing. This dude up here got catfish, didn't know what he was doing. So let brothers speak, be able to teach. Because I do like to help people. So we're going to teach a little bit of how to trick safely. Now, before we begin, this is for entertainment purposes only. The Brother Speak podcast do not endorse tricking because it is illegal. Now, once it becomes legal, then I will endorse it and will promote it. But since it's not legal, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not do not email me. Do not leave a comment if you start doing this shit and you get in trouble. Do not email me. Do not leave a comment because I told you this is entertainment purposes only. All right, we got that. Good. Okay, so if you let's hypothetically speaking, if you want to do this, first thing you got to do, I would avoid ones on the street. Okay, I would avoid them unless you know them personally. Okay, you know them personally. You know how they get down. I think Max City Limits, Big Mike of Max City Limits. That's how he do. He gets his homegrown. He knows them from the neighborhood. Well, I don't think he's doing the tricking now, but he knew the people. Now, if you know them people and you know how they get down and you want to do it that way, I can understand. But if you don't know this chick from the can of paint, Don't do the picking up hookers off the street. That's not a good. That's not a safe plan. That's very very risky because you know they do undercover stings, especially around election time. Yeah, and or they want to get a lot of money for ticket from these tickets. Yeah, that's when they start doing those stings, and that's how dudes get caught up. Had someone working in the prison with me. Um, got caught up. Anybody, if you're in Houston, where I'm from, you know the spot where I'm talking about. Bissonnette Street. Two of my coworkers trying to go up there, find them a hoe, got caught up. Undercover cop. They got arrested. And at the prison, if you get arrested, you got to report it. Because if you don't, and they find out, you get fired. So he had to explain to the warden why you were on there Bissonnette Street and why you get caught up trying to pick up a undercover cop. Suffice to say, he didn't stay there very long. So yeah, I would say avoid the hookers. Avoid them. I don't. Especially if you have a career, especially if you like public service, if you correctional officer, teacher, something like that. Yeah, do not mess with hookers. Don't do it. You don't want that charge. Plus, you don't know how old these girls can be. She could be underage. Now, not only are you getting charged with picking up a hooker, now you're messing with an underage girl. So now you're gonna be doubly fucked. You don't want that. You don't want that drama. I'm just saying, you don't want that type of drama. So if you're going to trick, I would say avoid the hookers. I know they look good walking around. Look, when I was coming home on Saturday nights, early Sunday morning, I drive down when I used to live in the Southwest Houston. I'd be driving down Bissonnette, see them walking. I'm like, mm. But I'm like, mm. I sure would like to pick one up, but I like my job. I like my freedom. Shit, nope, can't do it. And then all shapes and sizes, and some may not be women. Yeah, we had them all. Who's this? D Darrell, what's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah, this is one of those live streams. Dudes out here getting Instagram models don't know what they're doing. They're trying to trick, but they don't know what they're doing. I gotta teach them. Gotta let them know what's going on. So anyway, you got if you're going to do this, I would suggest doing escorts. That's the safer way to do all this if you're going to do it, because escorts going to be less likely to be bringing the cops on because they need the money. They don't. The last thing they want is that type of reputation of dealing with the cops. You, hey, we gotta teach them. We gotta teach them. So I would suggest use websites. I'm not gonna tell you one. You want to find out? I'll leave them in the description so you can find them for yourself. I'm not gonna put them out there like that. But there's reputable ones that you can use. And the thing about them, they have reviews of the escorts, so you know who you're dealing with. So if this one's a scammer, this one's she do good work. This one don't do good work, how she looks, how she acts, all those different things. They also gonna have the women gonna have what they do, what they not gonna do, what their prices, aka donations, what they're gonna charge you. So you gotta be careful with that. So I would suggest doing that. Not be picking up women off goddamn street. That's a recipe for disaster. What else I wrote down? So if you're gonna do the Instagram model thing, I wouldn't, but if you're gonna do it, at least be able to verify how she look. She should be able to get you to a website outside of that so she can tell you her rates and all that different stuff. She ain't even able to do that. Not a good look. If they part of the website, they're less likely going to scam because they don't want that reputation. Because they get that reputation, yeah, they ain't gonna have no customers. So then less likely to scam. Not saying that it won't happen, but I'm saying it's less likely to happen. So and she'll give her rates, what she will, what she won't do. Now, the other thing with that is some of them do off ask for uh, a deposit. Now, if it's something like you bring her to your place or some place y'all meeting at, I can understand doing a deposit. But if you're going to her and she's asking for a deposit, I say take that with a grain of salt. It's a little iffy. And then usually it's gonna be like a small amount. It ain't gonna be like the whole thing. If they're asking for the money up front, like especially if she got like a Cash App, PayPal, something like that. If she's asking for that all up front, that's a scam. Mm-mm. Me, when I do it. I usually I don't send them the money until I see them. So I know if there's something going wrong, something ain't right, then hey, I'm not gonna send them no money. But if it's something that, but once I see him and see everything, yeah, then I send them money. Or right after the session. I don't like getting cash because you can get robbed, but that really depends on her. If she like, hey, cash only and something like that. Funny thing about that, I went to one girl and we did our session. Everything was good. Gave her sent her the cash app, sent her the money, and we got through her thing. She's like, "Hey, they didn't send me the money." I'm like, "Hmm? No, they say you got it on mine. Well, what's going on? I don't know what's going on." She like, "Well, I ain't. It says it's pending." I'm like, "Says it's sent on mine." So, we got through what we doing, clean up and everything. She giving the hug and everything's good. I'm leaving. I'm driving now. She hit me a text. It hasn't gone through. What's it gonna do? She panicking. I can't believe you. I can't believe you trying to scam me. I can't believe you do something like that. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, like, let me go get the money. So I went, got the money out the ATM, went back to the place. I said, okay, here's the deal. All right, I'm gonna give you this money, but you need to cash out me my money back. Cause we ain't doing that. So I stood there. She sent the money to me and it did the same thing with me. Say it's pending. Oh, that's weird. It's pending. So come to find out that Cash App that day was having a problem. I don't know, the server was down or something, but eventually it got straightened out. She got her money. She sent me back. She got the money. She sent it back to me, and she kept the cash. So we were good. So that so that was it. So if you do Cash App or PayPal or something like that, you gotta kind of be careful with that. Sometimes that might happen. But yeah. But other than that, Cash App, all that, if they have OnlyFans, some of the escorts got OnlyFans. You might want to subscribe to their OnlyFans if it's free. Now, if it's not free, instead of paying all this money up front, don't know how she look like, join her OnlyFans. See how she look like. Some of them have it, and you can see them. Like this guy should have did. The guy that got skink catfish, he should have been saying, "Hey, you got an OnlyFans so I can look." Something like that, so you know what you're looking like. That probably would have saved them this $400. Stuff like that. So, other thing, use a phone specifically for tricking. If you're gonna trick, use a phone for that. Don't use your phone for your business and home or whatever your personal phone. There should be one phone for tricking, so that they'll call you there and you ain't got to be you talking to someone and her name show up. Candy, and she putting up, hey, enjoyed you last night. Hey, thanks for the tip and all that. People looking at your phone like, what the hell is this? I'm like, yeah, yeah, you don't want that. So yeah, keep that phone for especially for tricking. Okay, you do that if you can. Avoid using your place for residency, your main place. Take it to a hotel. Take it to a club. I know I took one girl to this swinger club. It, it, eh, if you can, avoid using your house unless you don't give a fuck. Now, if you don't give a fuck, then you ain't worried about anything. You know, have her come to your house. It'd be even better if you do in call. In call, you're going to her place or whatever place she set up for her stuff. It's usually cheaper. You do an out call, usually you're looking at they want to charge you for travel and then it's deposit. It's usually more money. So in call over there, go to them, and then they come to you. Be cheaper overall. And finally, if it don't feel right, just don't do it. Listen, sometimes like if it just don't feel right, just don't. There is no like obligation that you have to go through with the thing. If you don't feel right, just don't do it. You can cancel it. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't gotta explain to her nothing. You just cancel it. Especially if you're going to meet her somewhere and it just seems very sketchy. Yeah, just you can cancel that. I mean, at the most they just give you. If you're on the website, the most she'll just give you bad. Hey, look out for this dude. But again, we're talking about your safety. If you're gonna do this, you gotta understand. You gotta protect yourself. So those are just tips that you can use if you want to trick safely. But remember, this is entertainment purposes only. Not come. looking for me if something happened to you. But if you follow these, you more likely you're not gonna get scammed. I mean, you're less likely to get scammed. Can't say you can't. It won't happen all the time. You won't meet someone that's goofy, do some goofy shit. But most times it's gonna be more of a pleasant experience, and you ain't gotta be worrying about if she who she says she is or she's scamming you. Okay, you don't you fly her out, and all next thing you know, this ain't the person you want. Her ass is too small. Like I'm like, I'm still saying, I'm still like that picture, that the chick that he actually rejected. I'm like, she wasn't a bad chick. I'm still with a smash. I'm getting my $400 worth. I don't know. I don't know what his problem is. I am getting my $400 worth, man. That was ridiculous, but that's crazy. So we'll move on to the last topic, and that is women in male YouTube spaces. Now, this has been a big debate recently, and it's kind of been a debate for a while, but it just came up recently with um uh the whole thing with Brittany Renner, and then you had Ty City, the Logic Sphere. Shouts out to him. You know, he was discussing it, and then I guess there was a platform where him, Jessica X, and was around, and she had said the hoes are not winning, so he got upset. Well, I don't think he got upset. He's just like discuss it, and then he's been kind of on a like his thing is he don't want the women. He don't think women should be advocating for men. They shouldn't be in men's spaces. Now he's been saying that for a while, and I agree with him because there's been a lot of instances where you've had men and women on the panel, and it just turned into teetotal chaos. So anyway, I got an example here. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, there have been examples where men and women get on these panels and they just act in the goddamn fool. So I'm gonna play this, and this was from earlier today. Well, I guess it'd be yesterday technically, but this was earlier today. So this was BMT Business Minded Talk panel, and yeah, it kind of got crazy. Let me play this a bit. Shadow government. Man, you asked me a question. Don't shout me down. You asked me a question. Are you going to shout me down? All right, so. I didn't say you were lying. I said you were wrong. Wrong and lying are not the same thing. For one, the fact that the shadow government exists doesn't make it right. The fact that you are willing, man, are we supposed to have a shouting match? What the hell is going on here? I don't want to get up here and shout with you. You're gonna open your mouth every time you ask me a question, lady. Lady, really, you really gonna just talk through every question you ask? What the fuck is this? And I remind you, this is why the community is the way it is. We up here arguing about whether a white guy. Uh, so anyway, they were talking about Kovo, I guess. Uh, Chris Cuomo, if you know, Governor Kovo is in a lot of trouble. He getting Me Too. He loves the women, even though they don't like him. So his brother, Chris Cuomo, you know, he's lying for him, trying to cover it up, trying to protect his brother. which I get the why of it, but so the question was asked was like, what would you do? So I guess Trinity time travels was up there. She said, yeah, I would cover for my brother. I'm not gonna let I'm not just gonna give my brother up to the authorities. And David was challenging her, and so it turned into this thing. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Trust me, it's gonna get better.
No, man, you're descending the moral, you're descending the immorality of it and saying, fuck it, that's how they are. That's how I'm gonna be. So because they wrong, you wrong. You gonna be wrong because they gonna be wrong, right? Ma'am, 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 ma'am. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Wow. I'm gonna start talking to white women. The fact that I'm telling the truth does not make me wrong. Now, maybe what I'm saying about the people who are doing what they're doing, maybe that's morally incorrect. I understand what you're saying. However, me talking about it does not make me wrong. You made a statement. You said that I was wrong for what I was saying. You need to correct your statement, sir. Yeah, hiding your serial killer brother is wrong. Helping your brother be a serial killer is wrong, bitch. Goddamn, just accept it's wrong. You and your brother gonna go down. And you're gonna deserve it. These cool ass niggas want 2 + 2 to be 7. I told you the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. 2 + 2. Hey, PMT, bro. I'm trying to work in the background. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so let's being tell them to drop some gems about what the lady was saying. I'd like to ask you what she's saying. Like, we could all do this without her. Yeah, real time. I mean, we could really hit this right now. No, I just wanted to add to what the sister was saying because she's on point with some things. I just wanted to explain it first, if you don't mind. Because I'm challenging you on what you said. No, but you gotta let other people reflect. You can't just be yelling and hollering. Why do you want to why do you want to do all the talking? Why do black women do all the talking? Trinity, why do black women have to talk all the time? What's the point of other people being up here with you, Trinity? You with your gay accent trying to challenge a black woman. Now you call it like seriously, and then bitches get mad when you talk about them like bitches. Like what the fuck is wrong with these hoes? Excuse me, Trinity time travels. Let me share a story, Jim if you don't mind. I asked him a direct question and he can give me a direct answer. I tried to answer you. You wouldn't stop talking, Trinity. You never shut up. I asked him a direct question that he cannot give me a direct answer. You won't shut up long enough to hear the question that you asked. BMT, can we all agree that I asked him a direct question and he cannot give me a direct answer? What was the direct Shut up and listen to the answer, bitch. Damn. No. Bitch, if you want to answer, wait for the fucking answer. Like you wait for your welfare check, huh? Why you have to call me? You wait for the white man. Why you call me? Yeah, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, I'm not gonna play all that because that would have went totally left. Kendall, my brother, how you been, man? Kendall, yeah, we be over at the Ebony Star Network, and how you been, man? Long time no see. How you been? Max haven't been giving you too much problems, huh? Man, I'm glad to see you here, man. Kendall has been over there on the Ebony Star Network, and he get into it with Max a lot. So you know, but I like Kendall. Kendall is cool, man. He been. I enjoy Kendall, man. He's a good guy, though. So. But yeah, this whole thing, man. you listen to it and you just be like, wow, man, I- it's like a lot of friction there. Let's see. I'm good, bro. Glad to see you. Yeah, glad to see you too, man. I've just been chilling. Like, hey, uh, I've been away. Also, I kind of got into it. I did that video on, um, did that video kind of challenging Max on that whole thing about the Japanese guy talking to him and asking about uh why you don't protect your women and children. Yeah, I kind of went in on that, and so I they kind of when they they reviewed the video. I was like, damn, y'all spent a whole hour on that. So yeah, I promised them that I was going to review, look at their thing and kind of respond then before I go back over there. So that's why I haven't been over there. So, but yeah, I haven't been on the panel, but I've been listening in the cloud. So, but yeah, so that's really why I haven't been like on the panels or anything. I'm gonna do that like tomorrow. But yeah, so um, about the women in the YouTube the male platforms. Now, for me, it really just depends on the platform and what you want. Because, like I said, like we was discussing earlier, Max's panel, he allowed is a platform for Black women. So he allows them on the panel and allow them to say what's on their mind, you know, speak their truth, so to speak. So let's see. I'm glad you cleaned up because I didn't know. I'm glad you cleared up because I didn't know what happened. Yeah, yeah, that's what happened. Made a video, then they reviewed it, and so I haven't really listened to all that. I listened to bits and pieces of it, so I haven't really listened to it. So I was going to listen to it tomorrow, and then um just give my piece on it. And then yeah, like I said, I'm going back over there. I'm not gonna run from anything like that unless they block me or something like that. Which it happened before. It's not nothing new. So you know, but I'll probably be over there. You know, because like I like talking to Dame and like talking to Max, Dame, and everybody else. Just picking everybody's brain and they picking mine. So it's not ain't no real like beef or nothing. It's just like they spent their time listening to it and they reviewed it. I mean, I'm like, Jesus, I'm like, yeah, I got under their skin that day. But you know how it is, Kendall. You know how you get under his skin too. So it's like it is. You know how Max is. So, but anyway, so back to the platform. It really depends on the platform, what you're trying to do. If it's like community building, then I think is fine. It just depends on like I said, it depends on the platform. What you want, what the men want over there. Now, me personally, if it's something that is pertaining just to men issues, men's rights, um, then I'm kind of like, yeah, you might want to push the women away and let them go over there and let the men just talk. If it's something that it's affecting men. So it really depends on the platforms. It depends on the topic. In particularly, the one of the big ones is child support. Boy, I mean, you talk about child support, it is World War III. uh, reproduction. I mean, you mention any of that, it's game on. Feelings come out, name calling, you name it, it's gonna go down because men and women think of it differently. Child support. That's one. That's like, shoot, you better not mention that. So, like I said, the topic it just depends on because some things affect men differently than women. So I think, like I said, it should be separate. Now, if it's something that is general that affects us pretty much the same, then I don't have a problem having them on the platform and doing that. But if it's something that affects men differently, then yeah, I think it should be separate. That's just how I feel about it. It's just, you know, where if on a particular thing like job security, it's a little different from men than women. Women have a more easier time to get in jobs than men, especially when we're talking about the corporate world. If you're talking about benefits like Section 8, men, it's different for men than women. I think the men need to have that separate. Homelessness, same thing, it affects us differently. Women have a more easier time to be taken care of than men. So I think again, men should have their separate space to discuss that stuff. If you're talking about abuses, child abuse for boys and the girls, one of the things that I've seen that it irritates me when I see it is that when women discuss their molestation, abuses from men, maybe fathers, uncles, stuff like that, um, it you have guys coming up. Well, what about the boys being abused? I'm like, that's not something you don't counter one thing from the other. It's okay. Let them have that. Like I said, let them have that piece. Then you can talk about that. Matter of fact, like I said, that should be separate because yeah, there are boys who be abused by other men and women. That should be separate. That should be something separate that the men discuss. It shouldn't be discussed with women. I think it should be separate because that's when all the blame game and oh, what about the women and then what about the men? Then it's like it turns into chaos and then nothing gets solved. And that's the thing. We have all these arguments, emotions get run high, and it don't solve anything. Let me see what Kendall said. That's our problem. We can't have any honest, productive discussion. Exactly. Because it's like people get defensive, then people have their personal feelings in that. People have their personal bias come into play, and then it's like a war. And it's like you can't talk that way to a woman. Wait a minute, she called me gay. What the? I mean, well, you still shouldn't talk to her. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, hey, bro, and hey, you don't need to call a bitch. Well, she acting like a bitch. What the fuck? Look, look, talk. What, dude? What? Everybody else is on the panel. Look, yeah. I mean, it turns into chaos. Chaos. Yes, I have to be honest though. Max has been trying to balance it out lately. Well, it kind you kind of have to. It's you can't have it like how do I put this? Um, you can't be so on the women's side to the point where you know you can't have it so on women all the time, and then you forget about the guys. Like I said, the gym culture that he started is a good thing to have. And like I said, I understand, you want to have a place for the women to be at. But at the same time, you do want productive black men. You want to build them up. I mean, the one thing that I say on over there, look, if you want better black men, you have to be able to teach them, these boys, what the men that you want them to be, and then you have to show them those type of men. Because if you're not doing that and all you are reporting on is the bad men, the manosphere, the Kevin Samuels of the world, one, you're not getting anywhere because all they see is the negative side, and then that makes them more intrigued on them than the men that you really want them to model. You know, so and then if it's just all women all the time, you kind of alienating the guys, and you don't want that either because you want men to be able to come over there too. I'm not saying have them take over and all that, but if you want that interaction, it does have to be more balanced. So, and if he is doing that, like I said, that's a good thing. We can't be I said we can't be unrealistic. Like women can't do no harm. Yeah, I said we gotta understand that. Women can do things to harm people too. And we have to recognize that. That don't mean demean them and they're the enemy, but we gotta acknowledge all sides of the problems in the community so that we understand. Let me get back to this. So as far as these platforms, if we're going to have men and women on the same panels and everything, the thing it has to be, you have to have people who are balanced. They thick skin. They're not easily triggered over stuff. They're not argumentative because that's a lot of times you see men and women get on there not to try to solve anything, but just to be an argumentative, just to cause division. You know, they just there to start stuff. You said something about. I remember there was one panel on BMT, and the woman just came up there because she didn't like the fact that they were saying something to who was that? Yeah, it was Koja. Sheila E was on there. Sheila and David, who's the hood conservative, they were having a little discussion about something happened on her panel. Koji coming in there trying to defend Sheila and say, you shouldn't let him talk to you like that, how to control the platform. And like, wait. That's not what they were talking. He had his issue with it, and then they was hashing it out. I already know. Yeah. 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 I mean, so anyway, Cody's up there, coming up there, trying to argue with David and all, and it just caused a whole big mess. And then Super Mike got into it, and then it just got into a big brouhaha. So you got to have people who are balanced. They're not going to take one side over the other. People are going to have their biases, but at least you're balanced. You can hear both sides. You thick skin. You're not going to be so defensive of stuff. If they say something that is not favorable to black women or black men, they're not going to get so triggered. You know, You're not to be arguing. They just want to argue because that don't solve anything. Then they get defensive, and it creates chaos. And then the panel, nothing gets solved, and you arguing and arguing, and then it just turns into a headache. Then you don't solve anything, or it gets reset. Like you go all around and around in circles, and you don't really solve anything. So it just becomes a big mess, you know. So it, so like I said, as far as like women on panels, I think like I said, it should be on a case by case basis. It should be certain things that affect us similarly, and it got to be certain people who can do it. You can't have people who just all emotional, have agendas. You got women who want to be feminists. All of a sudden, they want to go against men no matter what. Or dudes that got this hate boner for women, and anything a woman say is just like a personal attack. You can't have people like that. You got to have people who can be able to debate, be able to listen, be able to, and just stay calm. I mean, people get passionate, and you can go argument, but it don't have to turn into name calling, personal attacks. You bringing people's personal lives in and stuff. It gotta be where everybody is able to get to either agreement on the problem, or we agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong with agreeing and disagreeing, because again, everybody's not gonna agree on everything. It's just certain things that black men and black women are just not gonna agree on, no matter what you do. But if we can agree to disagree, we can solve the problem. You know, where we're not trying to. And another thing is not trying to get people to go after other people for silly reasons. I've seen that too, and it's ridiculous. I remember there was one panel, and it was on Ty City's panel, the Logisphere. Um, he was talking about the child support, and he called this woman, Raw B, called her a bitch on his panel. Then he apologized. So she come in the chat, and she come to me like, okay, why you didn't tell him why'd you let him call me a B? I said, this ain't my panel. It's not my platform. How do I look like going to tell you can't call her a bitch on his platform? That ain't my call. Now, if it was my platform, now one, I don't do panels, so I don't do the panel thing. When I do these podcasts, it's just me talking. So I don't. So that's I can avoid all that. But I told her, I said, this is not my platform. So I can't dictate to him how he runs his platform. So she said, bet. But that's what they'll try. Some people try to do. They try to get you to go after people, especially some of these women that will get you to go after these dudes for something they got against him. No, we ain't doing that. Oh, dudes will do the same thing. Hey, you need to go after her for she said this. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't doing that. That ain't happening. Look, whatever beef you got, that's between you and her. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Let's see what else can do. Say, yeah, I gotta on up to the part I have played in some of this. I don't have to keep responding to some of this. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, you don't have to respond to everything, man. And some people. I remember that whole thing with the Anna from Is It Just Me podcast. She kept trying to trigger me, trying to get under my skin. sneak dissing and stuff like that. I'm like, you can't do that to me. I'm like, you're not gonna make me go off the deep end and go saying fuck you, bitch, and all that. So that ain't me. Number one, you're not that important. Two, I understand where I am. I'm on different platforms. I know what they're gonna let me do and what they're not gonna let me do. And even in my personal life, I'm not calling women bitches and hoes and all that kind of stuff. I don't do that. Even when I've had female bosses trying to talk to me like I'm a child and all that, I still don't call them that. It's just not. That's not how I am. But some people are not like that, and some women will try to trick you. Some dudes will try to trick you, but you can't let them do that to you, man, because they get you out of character. Now you look like the bad guy. While they'll play innocent. I don't know why he got upset. Why he getting upset? Like I remember there was one. It was funny. Uh, there's a video I think Bala X had put out there. Shouts out to Bala X. He got those videos. You need to subscribe to him, Kendall. I don't know if you are or not already, but yeah, you gotta subscribe to them. He be having those clips. But there was one clip that is this guy named AC Star. I mean, he just going off like, I have to use this, all this. And Sue Celeste, I don't know if you know her either, but she was just calm and just saying, maybe you should go cut the grass. Maybe you should do something else. Seemed like you really frustrated. I mean, just calm, like she just talking to you like a normal person. I like, wow. I wish I could get to that point. I wish let's see. They ain't your responsibility. The best you can do is be like Gandhi. Be the change that you want to see. Yeah. Yeah, I got to. See who are you talking about? Yeah, well, yeah, Bala X. Yeah, he's a YouTuber. He be doing all the videos, taking clips of the manosphere and other things, celebrities, and doing. Yeah, you should check out his YouTube page. You'll get a laugh out of it. But yeah, it just that's the thing, man. You gotta stay calm. I know it's hard. Sometimes I still sometimes have trouble with it. Now I don't cuss or nothing, but I do overtalk. You know, so I try as much as I can when I get on panels, try not to overtalk. Then sometimes I forget, but for the most part, I try to stay calm. And I know it do be hard. It'd be hard to do that. It'd be very hard because you get passionate about stuff, and your passion get the best of you. But yeah, as much as we can, we gotta stay calm. If we're gonna have men and women on these different panels, gotta be certain people who could do it. Certain people who could be calm. Can't have everybody because everybody ain't built for that. You say one thing, they next thing you know, you they calling you gay, they calling you not masculine and all that. I'm like, okay, chick, it's okay, it's okay, you know, it's all right. Yeah. So to wrap up, because I don't want to go too long. I've been going. Damn, already an hour. Damn, I'll be going long. But anyway, so let me wrap this up. As far as the tricking going wrong. Listen, dude, that if you're going to do the tricking, remember that these advice is for entertainment purposes only. But if you're going to do it, please verify who you're dealing with, because there is no need to be flying women out and you don't even know who you flying out. So if you're going to do it the right way. Preferably go to escorts. They have escort websites that you can go to. They have the ratings. They have their rates and everything already there. You can pick whoever, all shapes and sizes, all races, whatever you like. Do it that way. It's safer, less likely to get in any trouble, less likely of women trying to scam you or catfish you. Not saying that it can't happen, but it's less likely it's going to happen. So, and remember this also, it is business. When you're doing this transaction, it is business, and you have to treat it as such, because the women going to treat it as such. So you have to treat it as such. You treat it like a business. Don't be shaming her, saying she need to get a real job. This is her job. It's a business. It's not legal, but it is a business. So you have to treat it as such. You treat it like a business. You make sure everything is on the up and up. You make sure that she's who she says she is. You can ask to verify. So what do you say, Kendall? We gotta realize that a lot of these people are going for views and are trying to get monetized, but they're going the wrong way about it. Well, yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get, drama brings money. Drama brings views. And people willing to cash app just to see people get roasted and all kind of stuff. That's why Kevin Samuels is so popular. Kevin Samuels is popular because he roasts people. And people want to see that. They want to see people get roasted. They want to see this conflict. They want to see why this dude can get these women so triggered. So we have to understand that that's what they do. But anyway, so what I was saying, tricking, again, do escorts, do the websites, less likely to get in trouble, less likely to get captured. As far as women on male YouTube platforms, again, depends on the platform. If this is kind of like a community building thing, then yeah, it's fine. As long as it's balanced. Now, if it's specifically about men's rights, men issues, then yeah, maybe the women shouldn't be on that. Because again, this is for men. If it's a thing that affects men differently than women, that it just about the men, yeah, let's keep the men and the women separate. Don't have them on the same panel. If it's women issues, you don't need men going over there. Let these panels be separate unless it's something that involves all of us together, community. Then you need people who are balanced, people with thick skin. They're not easily triggered. They're not going to just get up there to argue, and they're not going to be so defensive and trying to fight everybody in the world. Because they hate men or they hate women. So we gotta be careful about these people, and we have to, if we're going to have men and women on the same panel, you just gotta pick the right people. And that's what it is, because that's in a good salesperson. Yeah, that's what it is. People trying to sell. They're trying to get people to drama. They want that drama, and they know it brings people in. Like I said, that's why Kevin Samuels is so popular. Hell, that's why the Black Manosphere is so popular, because drama. They always have drama going on. People roasting. They fighting. They want to see that. And the sad thing is, a lot of people like seeing it. One of the things that's why Kevin is, as much as Max and Dane, they don't like Kevin. They don't like how these people are so popular. Why people listening to them? But the problem that I think they get it, but I don't know if they truly get it. Is that the women like the drama? They like it. They like seeing women getting roasted. So it's it's a thing. So this is how he got popular. And if you want a productive platform, it can't be about the drama. You know, it's just the way it is. Unless you just want a beefing channel. I mean, if you want a beefing channel, then it don't matter. Everybody roasting each other. It is what it is. So it is what it is. But anyway, let me get out of here because my phone about to die. It is on 7%. Thank you, D Darrell, for showing up. Kendall, thank you for showing up, man. Good to see you again, man. And I'm gonna have my other live stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be responding to that live stream when they review my video. I'm still surprised they went that long. I mean, I was really surprised they went that long with it, but it's just like damn, you spent that much time on me. I mean, but yeah, I mean, shit, but it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna shut it down. Thank y'all for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. With that, I'm out. Peace.